Britain is the only G7 country projected to experience economic shrinkage due to higher taxes, labor shortages, surging gas prices, and the lingering impact of Brexit. The decision for the United Kingdom to pursue Brexit was rooted in a combination of political, financial, and social factors. The term Brexit is a portmanteau of British exit. In the referendum, 51.9% of voters chose to leave the European Union, while 48.1% voted to remain. The process involved complex negotiations between both parties to determine the terms of their future relationship. After years of discussions and political developments, it officially left on January 31st, 2020. A transition period followed, during which existing arrangements continued while both sides worked on establishing new agreements. Britain has faced challenges since completing its European Union withdrawal, including unmet financial gains, missed global trade recovery opportunity, and worsened labor shortages in sectors like healthcare, hospitality, and agriculture. Post-Brexit trade barriers are harming the British economy, with increased difficulties in doing business, including custom checks, inspections, delays, and tax payment issues. It has also made it difficult for EU businesses to import British goods, hire workers, and establish relationships due to its exclusion. There are millions of examples of the businesses severely affected by the policy. Small businesses, like Simon Sparrow Cheese Company, have been forced to sell a majority stake due to increased costs, red tape, and the need for expensive certificates for each shipment. Britain's departure from the European Union Single Market and Customs Union, impacting trade, immigration, and various other aspects of the relationship between them. The consequences and implications have been widely debated and have had significant effects on politics, economics, and daily life on both sides. The unrealistic expectation of having the benefits of both, retaining access to the single market, and pursuing Brexit has led to significant challenges. Since the 1970s, Britain's growth has slowed and productivity stagnated since the 2008 global crash. Proponents of Brexit argued that leaving the European Union would restore the country's sovereignty and give it greater control over its laws, borders, and regulations. They believed that decisions affecting them should be made by its own institutions rather than the EU authorities. Business investment has plateaued since the Brexit vote, raising concerns about the future of the economy. Increased bureaucracy, rising import prices, and difficulties in shipping goods to the European Union have impacted businesses negatively. The lack of clarity and uncertainty about the direction hinders investment. Recruitment crisis in sectors like construction, hospitality, social care, and agriculture are attributed to Brexit. The end of free movement has reshaped the economy, causing short-term disruptions and adjustments. It has long-term negative impacts on productivity and wages. The mini-budget is a sign that pushes things too far, leading to disastrous consequences. The Office for Budget Responsibility reports a 15% reduction in trade intensity, leading to financial challenges. Moreover, its exports have not rebounded compared to other advanced economies. Business investment peaked in 2016, but has not returned to that level. The pound's value has decreased against the dollar, contributing to inflation. The policies since the Brexit vote have led to a particular idea of sovereignty over economic good sense. The Brexit decision is an act of financial self-harm, causing problems in various sectors. Independent studies estimate that Brexit will shrink the UK economy by up to 4% annually, equating to £100 billion per year. There are still unresolved issues between both parties, leading to discussions about improvements to the current trade agreement. Long-term impacts on wages are estimated to be £470 per person. The government is optimistic about its positive impact. There are opposing views suggesting that Brexit has been and will continue to be a total disaster, causing real damage. Delays in health and safety checks on food imports have contributed to uncertainties affecting different sectors, influencing the broader financial landscape, including GDP growth. The changing trading relationship with the EU is impacting trade flows, a sentiment echoed by Lord Frost, who negotiated Brexit on behalf of the UK. It has signed new agreements with various countries, but questions linger about the pace and impact of deals with Japan, New Zealand, and Australia. The Northern Ireland Protocol has created economic success for the region, but it also contributes to tensions between Britain and the EU. The Institute for Fiscal Studies notes a significant reduction in trade between them, including high-value professional services, making the country financially poorer. Immigration played a significant role in the Brexit debate. The free speech movement of people within the EU led to increased immigration and impacted job opportunities for UK citizens. Brexit was not only about the economy, but also stopping free movement and repatriating agencies into Britain. Its supporters envisioned their country having the flexibility to negotiate its own trade deals independently of binding agreements. They believed this would allow their country to pursue opportunities globally and tailor trade policies to its specific needs. There was a sentiment that the country should have the autonomy to reshape its destiny without being tied to a larger political entity. In certain regions, there was discontent with the perceived unequal distribution of financial benefits. The eradication of this disparity was an incentive behind it. Official forecasts suggest that, in the medium to long term, Britain is 4% worse off than if it had stayed in the European Union. Small companies face challenges due to non-tariff barriers and increased bureaucracy. Some small exporters form partnerships with larger companies with existing EU hubs. There's apprehension about how the United Kingdom will compete globally. Business leaders are calling for a profound point of view on the country's competitiveness and growth strategy. Specific government interventions, such as the proposed price cap on essential foods, are criticized as harebrained and reminiscent of failed policies from the past. Concerns are raised about the government's effectiveness in policy making and attracting businesses to London for headquarters and listings. This is seen as a factor contributing to a broader financial dislocation. Political instability had been distracting the government from addressing pressing issues. Recent polls indicate a decline in support for Brexit, with 56% considering it the wrong decision. Less than a third now believe it was the right decision. The prospect of the UK rejoining the EU is deemed unlikely in the foreseeable future, even ruled out by the Labour Party. There is a political conspiracy of silence around the effects of Brexit, spanning both the government and the Labour Party. Rejoining the EU would restore access to the single market, promoting smoother trade and financial cooperation. This will lead to increased growth, job creation, and improved opportunities. Being part of it allows for regulatory alignment, ensuring common standards, and reducing barriers to trade. This can streamline business operations and enhance efficiency. The UK would have a direct say in shaping regulations and policies. This influence will contribute to regulations that align with its interests. Rejoining will provide a platform for collaborative problem solving on shared challenges, such as climate change, security, and public health. Collective efforts can be more effective in addressing complex issues. It will secure the rights of citizens to live, work, and travel freely within the EU, fostering a sense of unity and interconnectedness, and facilitate collaboration in research and innovation initiatives, providing access to shared resources, funding, and a diverse pool of expertise. Its membership enables participation in security and defense cooperation, strengthening collective efforts to address security threats and challenges, along with opportunities of cultural exchange and education. It will contribute to regional stability and provide the UK with a more influential role in shaping the future direction of European affairs. It enhances the global standing, presenting a united front on the international stage and potentially increasing diplomatic influence. The decision to rejoin involves complex considerations, and opinions on this matter vary. Advocates for rejoining argue that it represents a path towards shared prosperity, cooperation, and addressing global challenges collectively. Industry groups are urging the government to offer certainty to businesses. The country's fragile economic state, marked by high inflation and rising interest rates, further raises concerns about food supply disruptions and the need for careful implementation of border controls. There is a possibility of substantial changes to the trade and cooperation agreement through amicable negotiations. The benefits of Brexit, such as a nimbler economy, are questioned, and the focus on deregulation is being criticized. The challenge lies in the lack of honesty about the trade-offs and costs associated. The whole scenario makes Brexit a political project more than an economic one. Comment down below on what you think, and if you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.